Welcome to another edition of Bowie TV's Youth, Community, and Lifestyle. During this hour, we're bringing you highlights from some of our shows focused on youth, community, and lifestyle. Please be sure to give us a follow on all of our social platforms. First on How to Steam Your Dreams, we revisit the 2025 Ocean Bowl games in Baltimore. On the Spotlight DMV, learn about the future of Prince George's County housing and development on this part 2. And on Tiny Mike Talks, learn about all things movies and production from filmmaker Payton Dunbar. Thank you for tuning into this week's programming of Bowie TV's Youth, Community, and Lifestyle.
We got 3? Awesome sauce. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from Ocean Bowl Games 2025. It is the 3rd official day of summer, and we're here at Cecil Kirk kicking off session 1, covering science and technology. I couldn't be more proud of my team. We're getting to do some good work today, and hopefully we can get through the entire lesson plan and gamify the system, which is one of our missions here at Steam Your Dreams / Ocean Bowl Games. Shout out to Roma.
You guys remember some of the playground games you played last year? Physical activities. So we're all about learning, but we're also about getting you guys physical. So we're gonna be with you guys for the next 3 weeks. So the next 3 weeks, we're here to get you ready for Ocean Bowl games. You guys are competing against other rec centers. So you guys wanna win, right? Yeah. Cecil Kirk wants to be the championship team.
Who here likes gifts? Y'all like money more than gifts?
I like gifts.
Who here likes free stuff? Of course, everybody loves free stuff. At Ocean Bowl games, you guys are gonna have a chance to win all of that. If you get really, really good at the games, the physical activities, and all the camp activity missions, you're gonna get an opportunity to win money, win gifts, and win a lot of things for your rec center, and come out on top and be the winners. Does that sound good? Yes. Come on, man. I feel like everybody loves gifts and everybody loves money. I saw all the hands going for that.
Hello, it's Coach Tariq. I'm here at Mary E. Rodman. It's their first time participating in Ocean Bowls, and we're very excited to have them. Today we're going to be doing kickoff, an introduction, along with science, AR scavenger hunt, and technology, Microsoft Make a Code. Over the next 3 weeks, we'll be here once a week, coming in to work with you guys and helping prepare you guys for an actual Ocean Bowl game so you can be prepared and set your best foot forward to win.
Coming to you live, 2025, Session 1. We're here with the reigning champs of Ocean Bowl Games 2023 and 2024, the illustrious Harlem Park Recreation Center, and the great Coach Lucky. And we're looking forward to kicking things off. We're about to move into a session. Today is predominantly science and technology, and we'll be back to you soon with how everything went. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and stop.
Okay, so our team name is Tiger Sharks.
We are the stylish superheroes because we're stylish. We don't have no style. The Phoenix from.
Where'd you guys choose that from? Basketball?
We're the Ocean Tiger Sharks. And
OCS is making a return?
the Black Jellyfish.
Blue is the Ocean Sharks. It's Blue Ocean Sharks.
Blue Ocean Shark.
Our name is the Golden Sharks.
Our team name is Seal Turtles. I mean Seal Turtles.
Super Seahorses.
Super Seahorses. Black Twins.
Well, you guys have Gators and Kraken. Which one do you guys
Kraken.
Kraken sounds cooler?
Yes. The King Shark.
All right, so that was Ocean Bowl 2024, and we're getting ready for Ocean Bowl 2025. Like Coach Kiki said, we will be here for 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, we're gonna help you guys prepare so when you take on the other rec centers, you can come out victorious because you wanna win, right? Yeah. I don't believe you wanna win, right? Yeah. There we go.
So today our focus is on science and technology. Next week we'll be focusing on engineering, math, and art. right? And playground games. And playground games.
At Ocean Bowl games, in this activity, you guys are going to use tablets in order to find different images and scan them. Each team is going to be given a riddle sheet. These riddles might have clues from the Legend of Wicked the Kid. So coaches, make sure they read them because they might have it, and I'll answer questions after this.
So because the cameras are super sensitive, when you're trying to scan one to make sure it isn't a zinger, you're gonna make sure it sits by itself, not near any other marker. Because if one's a zinger and one isn't, it's gonna pick up both and you're gonna get a zing. Sound good? Awesome. So give them a little space and try to make sure the camera.
So that's how you do it.
Yep. You can't. They can't be together. Like if they're like this, it's gonna pick up a zinger.
All right, how have you guys been doing on the activity? Have you been getting them right? No. Has it shown up red? That's actually kind of you getting it correct. It doesn't show it, but you have been getting it correct. Have you ever experienced anything like this before? What do you think of augmented reality? Is it pretty cool?
Yeah.
You guys like it? Yeah. Is it something you're gonna try again at Ocean Bowl?
Yeah.
Maybe? You gotta do it for points. All right, looks like you guys are getting a few zingers.
Yeah, but no, it's not
Wait, no, it's not working.
So if it doesn't work, try hitting refresh and see if that does it. So you have to try and match that to which one it is. And surprisingly, if it turns red once you check it, that means that it's correct. It doesn't say that, but you guys got it correct. If it's red, it's correct, which is a bit backwards.
Okay.
Have you guys ever done augmented reality before?
No.
How does it feel to try this thing out?
It's kind of. I feel like that it's a good experience for us because we can like try out different things.
It looks like you got one out there. How are you guys doing right now?
The game was stuck, and then when we put the QR code under it at first, and it switches. But it was already on there when I put the QR code under it. But
So does it mean that maybe it picked up a different image? All right, Ocean Bowl veterans, how you guys doing? Now, I'm pretty sure you remember this activity from last year. What was it like with the memory match?
It's kind of hard. It was kind of hard.
Do you think this one is a bit harder? Or a bit easier?
A bit easier.
Do you think that's just because you remember everything from last year? So you're able to take a guess as to what some of these are?
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
pretty good. We found some stuff. We have, I don't know how many points we have, but we're doing pretty good.
How many activities have you done so far?
3.
3? So you all found almost all 4. Do you think that you learned this stuff last year, or do you think you're actually figuring it out on the go?
I don't know.
This is my first time being back here after 1 year, so this is all new to me.
So it's all new to you. So how you guys have you guys just been guessing it, or are you guys actually using it?
She's good at games, so she's been doing most of it, but we also have to help.
Okay, I like that. So you guys are doing these things. Uh-oh, it looks like they found a zinger. You guys found a zinger. That means it's the wrong one. So if you guys find a zinger, you have to go to three bars and try to scan again.
What type of crab is this?
Nobody's a crab.
What kind of crab?
A green one.
There we go. That's a start one.
But it looks like you didn't drag it in the right place. So you might have gotten it right, but you had to drag it in the right place. But you still would have gotten points. You already tried to see, but now you have to restart it. So you have to hit the 3 corners there. So does it look like you've done it? Exactly, you hit next. So now, if you want to, you guys can work on building a new plane. Have you guys done art before? Let's see what you can do.
All right, did you all like the game? Tell me a few things you learned about the game. Right, you definitely had to match the colors. Each color was a different line of code, and I saw you guys were choosing some very interesting sprites in order to create your game. That was really, really good. Talk to me, what else did you learn about your game? That's good. Now tell me what things were hard about what you were doing. What to do and what to learn. That's what we're all about here at Steam Your Dreams. Being active, which is the what to do, and figuring out how to get educated, which is the what to learn. I like how you guys, even though the code was difficult and you hadn't played this game before, I like how you guys were mixing it up and being continuous and trying to finish out the game.
Alright, so what kind of character did you make?
We made this guy right here.
corrected though, so yeah. That's PS fix.
So I remember that you guys were at Ocean Bowl games last year when we did Microsoft Mako before, but that was a basketball game. How do you guys think about this?
It's kind of cool.
I want to learn more about making games and stuff like that, so that's how it's like I guess.
Do you think that you guys like the idea of having more freedom? Because remember, you guys only had the basketball game at Ocean Bowl.
Yes. It gives us an idea to like use our creativities to make games.
Speaking of creativity, let's see what you guys are doing so far. Are you guys going to change up your sprite any?
We already did our plane and then we set the plane so we can move with the balls.
What did you change your plane to?
Change it to blue. We changed it to our favorite colors, blue, red, and purple.
Oh, that's cool.
And the session was fantastic. We just wrapped up. They were extremely productive. We covered everything on the session plan today. Holland Park is still in fantastic shape, going for their number 3 victory, trying to do what the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't and come up with a 3 win. You can see the trophies right here from the last year and the year before that. And I'm not gonna lie, they're definitely one of my favorites. We'll report back to you soon with how things go for session 2. Good morning, welcome to Ocean Bowl Games Session 2. We're coming to you live from the reigning champions, Holland Park Rec Center with the infamous Coach Lucky. Today we are kicking off engineering, arts, and playground games. So they're gonna get a lot of practice in so they can earn some more points at Ocean Bowl Games 2025. Looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Through the board game, students draft a team of NBA and WNBA players and complete math problems using real player statistics to shoot, foul, steal, and score points, all while building fluency with core math operations and key social emotional skills.
We missed the shot.
What you doing over there, bro?
All right, what's the score so far?
0-0.
0-0.
I'm tired of this already, bro.
Are your little kids already piecing up, Cam?
I already pieced them up.
Oh?
We pieced them up last time. It's gonna happen again.
You think you can beat the older kids?
Yeah. I beat them.
What are you going to do to make sure you beat them?
Do whatever I can.
All right.
We're giving. It was 3-0, 21. So they had 21 at the beginning of the game. Then now we have 45. What is it?
Right now.
7-2.
Let's go. Quick math. I would
Coach, talk to me. Do you see him struggling a little bit with this, or do you think that they got quick math going?
I would say this team specifically, they have quick math. They have a math genius right here. You did just shoot it. They have a math genius right here. He does the math for the whole team, and his numbers have not been wrong so far. So this game is looking very interesting right here.
All right. So Ocean Bowl games, do you think you're going to do the math for your team?
Of course. Like, I got the brains.
Okay. All right, what's going on over here?
First brick of the day, bro.
Wait, what happened?
I bricked.
You brick? Aren't y'all still up, though? Ain't the score 0-6?
Yeah.
But you're still up.
Bro, I should have hit that, bro. They brick too. 5, 3, 4. Oh yeah. That's easy work. Hold on. That's easy work. Hold my.
He brick.
If they make it, bro. This game is blazing.
So you guys have, it's 3-6 right now. 3-6.
4-6.
They even got the marker set up. I think it's the best setup over here.
That's the got Coach over here helping. Appreciate your work.
Go ahead, roll it.
We had got 5-0. I'm waiting for him to put
What number on dice?
5-0.
Who's winning right now? A 6? Oh, you let them get the lead on y'all?
No.
Yeah, 6-5. They're winning.
There we go. Stop! Go! Stop! I'm looking a little wobbly, I don't know.
Squiddy Games is very simple. I'm going to play the music. When I stop the music, you must completely freeze. Your objective is to get from one end of the court to the other end. You cannot run. Y'all ready? Oh, he would have got sacked. Because guess what? He was doing this and moving. Y'all seen this game? Squid Game? Ooh, y'all smart. Y'all ain't even moving right now. You need to be moving your lips, I think. Coaches, what's the rule? Are they supposed to be moving their lips? They ain't supposed to be moving nothing. Oh, look at this look. Look at him stuck. Ooh, you would have got shot. I love this boy. Look at him. These guys are good.
Coach Justin, give me a beat. Let's see who we have here.
I think I saw Gabe move.
Coach, hey, Coach, we gotta tell us. If you see a move and you hit them, if you're out, you're out. They look like they're standing still to me right now.
That counts.
Make sure Coach Ron do some bad.
Your leg wiggling. He cracking up more than y'all.
To the brain box, please.
Are you okay?
To the brain box, please. In there.
5 times 7.
7?
Yeah.
34.
35, yeah.
I got it.
You got it. 3 times 8 is 24. Yes, you're right. Get back in.
Get back in the game.
Give me 6 times 3. Yup, got it. That's 18.
All right, y'all start going. Let's go. Walk. Walk. Zapper.
I'll let him do it.
Moving. You moving? No, that's not you talking. Get on out of here. Get on out of here.
That's not true.
That does it, folks. That wraps up session 2 at the illustrious Harlem Park Recreation Center with the current reigning champions. Today we covered a little bit of engineering as well as some math. We debuted a few new games. Coach Roman was in on the action. We had a great time. Looking forward to session 3. Did you know that giant tortoises are the longest living reptiles? Some can live over 300 years. And Quickie's great-great-great-grandfather is a giant green sea tortoise and is over 280 years old. So I got a math question for you. If Scooter has 30 sons and daughters, and each of them has 30 kids, how many grandchildren does Scooter have? Right? He has 30 sons and daughters. So that's 15 each, right? Which is 30 total. And each of them has 30 kids. How many grandchildren does Scooter have? 30 times 30 is 900. Clap it up for him. That's the correct answer.
So what happened here? What happened here?
The ball was all the way over on our side.
The ball start over there.
Yeah, the ball was all the way on our side, and we got it.
But aren't y'all the first champions from 2 years ago? What happened in this crushing defeat today?
They cheated. The other game we got kicked, but that's funny.
Now, Coach Lucky, how does it feel knowing that your veterans lost again to newbies?
What? Once again, they've never played this game before. You a champion.
It's the ball.
Y'all don't blame the ball. Don't blame the ball. Blame your ability. Y'all are defending champions. Y'all two were on the first championship team.
Lucky, so y'all ain't finna embarrass me.
Say it again, Coach Ali.
Y'all not finna embarrass me.
Exactly.
My name is Lily, and I'm 11 years old. My name is Taylor, and I'm 10 years old. My name is Payton, and I'm 12 years old.
And who are you guys as a team?
The Sea Turtles!
Okay. Now, you two actually made it to the finals last year. So, do you feel the pressure mounting up on you?
Yeah. Some of these days it's hard.
Do you have any strategies as a team that you're going to do different than last year and the year before to make sure you guys can still win? Because you got all these new rec centers.
Try to actually stay together and work together. And stay focused, locked in, and work together. Gerard, 9. Amaya, 10. Amir, 10.
And who are you guys?
We are the Red Stingrays!
Now, I know for a fact all three of you were here. All three of you were here last year, especially you two as siblings. What do you feel like the pressure is, especially because this time you're...
There's no pressure. You saw those 2 trophies in that showcase right there? There's no pressure. No pressure. We gonna sweep them again.
You guys have a lot more competition this year with Furley, with YSP, with Cecil Kirk coming back, with Roosevelt, with Mary E. Rodman.
Actually, one of those that you were just naming, when we were at Ocean Bowl last year, they were saying they were winning. They were saying that we were trash, right? Who beat them again? Say.
My name is Sabali, and I'm 12.
My name is Cameron, and I'm 13.
My name is Tyler, and I'm 13.
And what's your guys' team name?
The Jellyfishes.
With this programming, what's been your guys' most, let's say your hardest experience so far? Especially considering the fact that a lot of you were here last year.
Probably that Aqua Clash, whatever it's called. Yes, Aqua Clash.
Oh, you said it's the math. Do you think that it was the timing, or do you think that it was just math in general? Or was the fact that timing? So that 30 seconds was a bit too hard?
Yeah.
Do you think that you've at least seen a bit of improvement, like being able to figure it out faster?
No.
Nope, just making more.
Worse than last year.
And you, what do you think has been the hardest for you so far?
I'm about to say the Aqua Clash.
It's like just getting the controls is like hard.
Y'all ready? Steve York? Steve York?
I just put my mind to it, honestly, and believed in myself and put all the strength that I had into the challenge.
This team is very much like picked out to win every game.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, y'all going for the 3-peat?
Yes.
Who's going to take this home tomorrow? What organization, what school is going to take this home tomorrow?
Right, as you all think about transit-oriented development, do you see it as an antidote or accelerant, or maybe a little bit of both? And how do we collectively, those of you all on the panel, but those of us in the room, carve out a different path than we've seen in other parts of the region? Really light question.
I'll go first. So, look, if the prospect of gentrification is real, while the county is doing, has several initiatives, like our right of first refusal program, where we can, we have the right, before an apartment building is sold, the county has the right to elect to purchase it, which would mean there are, significant savings in its development or its redevelopment. So that keeps costs down so that we can have more affordable housing. We also have the initiative to have 75% affordable housing in the Blue Line Corridor, meaning housing that is limited or restricted to residents who make no more than 75% of the average median income in the area. But the fact is, with development, increases in real property taxes is going to come because the value of the property surrounding these developments is going to rise, and the state will come and assess those values. So my main concern is with the small businesses who have to maintain their businesses with rising real property taxes. And to be honest, hey, I've been in this position for 4 months. I'm having a ball. But this is one of the tough issues that has to be addressed, and we have to be creative in how we make sure that these small businesses can afford to stay here where they've built and provided services and goods to this community while we develop and bring in more prosperity to the area. So it's a conundrum, it's a challenge, and over time I hope we can find creative ways to work with the state and the county to minimize any displacements and any loss of property due to tax deficiencies.
And I'll echo that to say that, you know, it can be an antidote if you're leveraging those resources early, right? And you're locking in that affordability, you're locking in a lot of the alignment of incentives and funding resources, earmarking the developments that before the actual market gets there. Because once the market gets there, you really don't have any, you have less kind of impact on what happens. So locking in that early and working with your partners and the resources that you have such that you are able to really, it becomes an accelerant for growth and not an accelerant for, you know, the as you said, the antidote for what you're doing.
Well, part of locking it in early is from the beginning, having a vision on the people in the community, how they're impacted today and how they're impacted tomorrow. And also, as we've alluded to today, having the partners in place that can make that happen, that can kind of achieve the vision that we're having. And when I look around the country at places that have done this well, there are places where from the beginning, there's a vision of not development for development's sake, but development in ways that improve the lives of the residents who are there. They're participating in the process. Their organizations are helping, political leadership's helping. And I'm seeing some of those pieces today, actually, which makes me very hopeful for the future of this region. But there's also the other dynamics at play. Brittany alluded to the fact that I also did a dissertation about Prince George's County, and one of the things that really came to me about the history of the county, to some of the points we're talking in the intro, are, you know, and Glenn got in this as well, that the county's history has put it in a position where over many years that, you know, this is the least developed county in the region. The metro stations we have here are the least developed metro stations, which means A, there's more land around these metros that can become something, but B, that process over decades has led to some approaches to development that were just, let's get whatever is coming. Let's get the thing that's the shiny thing that's in front of us, and not necessarily the kind of development that would benefit everybody and today and tomorrow, and look at the community as a whole. And so my hope is that there is a vision, the kind of vision we're talking about today, that's accepted widely, of creating the kind of community that addresses some of those challenges I mentioned earlier, and works with people that are here. That to me is the recipe, the secret to trying to fight the negative effects of gentrification, but having the benefits of the growth that can help the people in the community.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would certainly echo all the comments that have been brought up here today, and also center the conversation in, you know, if we're talking about, is transit-oriented development an accelerant or is it an antidote, right? I think what I'm really hearing is that it depends, and it also is about the level of intentionality that we're putting either in the forefront as we're starting to plan and prepare for our communities or the future. Or it's something that if we think about, there's like a certain fulcrum, right? And right when you hit that fulcrum, there's a tipping point. And when that tipping point happens, then the conversation around affordability becomes very challenging. Tracy, I really appreciated your comments around small business support, right? And how do we also think about supporting small businesses in these conversations around gentrification? Oftentimes, we primarily focus on residents, which is important, right? But we have a lot of small businesses in the corridor, and a lot of them are also talking about the conversations of, well, what happens to me? One of the great examples, and even thinking about transit-oriented development, Brian, are just concepts around how do we even think about ownership models for like local businesses. So with the mini plaza where that Gallery 47 is that you mentioned earlier, the fact that that is a condo association allows them to have a little bit more ownership over what happens in their future. So when we talk about, even with the Blue Line Corridor Coalition, thinking about aspects of ownership around home ownership, protections for seniors, and thinking about how they might transfer titles, right? We're going through that with my family now. How there's a land or there's an asset, and now we don't know what to do next or how to actually navigate that. So even those are critical aspects of it. And one of the things that we see at the capital market, or at least the framing that we try to use, is transit-oriented development and also food-oriented development. So food is at the center of everything that we do. And in recognizing that historically in the United States, at least our argument is that the development and design of our communities has been greatly impacted by slavery and in how plantations were built and what slavery looked like as an institution and what agriculture looked like as an institution. So our strategy is to think about, well, how do we incorporate and embed food into every single thing that we do to help to build some of those livable communities? Whether it's about ensuring that there's housing for a person who works at McDonald's or housing for a farm worker, whether it's about ensuring that there's adequate transportation for my TCM ambassadors to come to safely cross Central Avenue, right, when they're coming here. Those are all the things that I think is critical for us to be intentional. And then earlier, Chair Orieva mentioned about what's at stake. And what I think is really helpful for me to even frame this as what's at stake for our communities is 16 years. 16 years is a life expectancy difference between people who live in communities like ours in the Blue Line versus people who live in Greenbelt and College Park. So if you can think somebody who lives in this community has a 16-year life expectancy that is shorter than other people. So there's a lot at stake for us as well.
Yeah. Wow. 16 years. Wow. Maybe to keep building off that, because Rodney, I think this is where a lot of your work comes in, right? 16 years. What, again, maybe to bring it back to this idea of livable and healthy, right? When you hear that, what are some things that come to mind as, again, how do we, I don't know, there's no quick solutions, but are there any best practices? Are there, like, what are some things that you've seen across the country to help improve that life expectancy, improve access to health?
Yeah, the disparity in this region has some of the biggest disparities in life expectancy anywhere. And if you look at our index, you can see on a map just how different that is. And frankly, we don't even get it to Montgomery County and how high life expectancy is there compared to this here on the eastern side of the region. And so there's a couple of things that are associated with high life expectancy. Access to healthy foods, exercise opportunities, things you might expect, safe roads and that kind of thing, impacting accidents and accidental death. There are also some things you might not think about that are associated, things like education, access to income, access to some of the resources that are there as well. And so one of the things for me is, what can we do to bring some of the resources that high life expectancy communities have into communities that have lower life expectancies? So getting more grocery stores, frankly, more, and it may sound weird, but more libraries and places where people can connect. There's a whole range of things we can do that kind of bring the connection to people, the actual direct impact on health and health. By the way, we're in a health professional shortage area here. We don't have enough doctors and other ways of getting your health care taken care of in this part of the region. So again, there are things we can do directly, but there are also things we can do to build a community fabric that help support people as they grow as well. So kind of the direct and indirect answers there, I'd say.
That's great. I really appreciate that. And I think one partner I'll shout out, I think Adenia Bradley of Mission of Love Charities is here, and they are a key partner. I know one of the things that they're doing in this new facility that they're building is partnering with the Greater Payton Medical Services because they've seen that need, that need for additional health care in this corridor. And so really, really excited about that. And then, Rodney, I want to pick up on another theme that you hit and ask the rest of the panel, because this is a question that came in ahead of the event on Eventbrite as well. And it's this idea of kind of third spaces. So you mentioned libraries, places for people to gather. And the question reads like this: many neighborhoods have lost third spaces, places outside of home and work where residents can gather, build relationships, and strengthen community life. As new developments are planned along the Blue Line corridor, How can planners, the community, developers, and the public sector ensure projects include meaningful public spaces such as community hubs, cultural spaces, and youth centers? And so, Joel, I know that's a big one, but as our resident developer, would love for you to talk about that, and then if others want to jump in as well.
Sure, and we recognize the importance of having spaces to gather in our communities, and one of the things that we do incorporate in as much as possible is spaces in our buildings where you have community rooms or you have community gardens, as well as playground or child play spaces. So those are some of the smaller things we can do at a really specific, centralized level in our communities. And then there's also, our partnerships that we have with maybe a neighbor or the local county where there's land that we can contribute, or not contribute, they can contribute, and we can help improve as we're trying to build or adjacent to our communities. So those are some of the ways that we're thinking about spaces, and how we're thinking about how we incorporate even land opportunities where you'll have open areas where you can just sit around with any type of pocket parks and things like that. So there's always opportunities. We also look at ways to just incorporate local partnerships. So we'll have farmers markets or other local communities and small businesses we'll support and use a lot of times when we're going through construction period before we actually break ground. If there's a vacant land, we can use that as ways to and galvanize some of the local opportunities for the community to come into the site before we kind of start to go into construction. So there's a lot of ways you can bring in ways to work with the community and bring those spaces even after the project is built within the community to support the projects.
I love this topic because the county executive is very intentional of making Prince George's County a destination, a place where you don't just come to visit family or to work, but to vacation, to come. And that's why we have Sphere coming, which is going to make this a very attractive location to visit as a destination, but also understand that, there is Blue Line Corridor. The Blue Line Corridor legislation is matriculating through the House right now. And it is an amendment to the current legislation that brings the $400 million in Blue Line Corridor investment. Right now, that law only allows for a cultural center and an amphitheater. We're amending that legislation to include several placemaking components in the Blue Line Corridor. Where you see Morgan Boulevard is now vacant land by the Morgan Boulevard Metro Station. We've amended the legislation to include a food hall, which is very exciting in that area. In addition to the new Board of Education headquarters, there'll be some mixed-use development, but the placemaking is with the food hall and a sports and innovation technology center where youth can come and see high technical athletic training facilities, study sports medicine, and come outside and hear live jazz music while enjoying quick service food. And so that, and also in that legislation, the amphitheater is still in that legislation. And we are looking to build an amphitheater at the downtown Largo, the former Coraline development where Cap Center at the Boulevard used to be, right there where the hospital is. There will be an amphitheater in that area. And so those components will allow residents to not just live or work on the Blue Line Corridor, but to come and enjoy some really fascinating amenities that are in the pipeline.
And just to connect threads here, we had the chairman of the Park and Planning Commission here earlier, and bringing these places together, the kinds of things that we need, also including parks and libraries and things that are under MNC PPC control, and the things that developers can support that we've been hearing about. Again, that goes back to that partnership thing. If we're going to create the spaces that people need and they want to stay in, it includes all of those things. It also, by the way, includes maybe a coffee shop or a restaurant or some kind of thing where a business of the type where people want to engage. It's the art location installation that they were talking about earlier too. It's all those things. Give people that variety of things so that you can be where you need to be. It's not like one answer to try to figure out how we can get what people need. You have to have that variety.
Yeah. And I would also add, in order to sustain that variety, right? Because it's one thing for us to talk about the communities that we want to see. It's another thing to ensure that the infrastructure is there and that as residents, right, we're also encouraging the infrastructure that we want to see. And one of the main things is walkability, right? So if we're looking at the Blue Line Corridor, one of the biggest challenges that we have is that we have a, 8-9 lane highway that basically is dividing us. And that basically it restricts our ability to be able to ensure that places are easy for people to access and to make it walkable so that they want to go to, right? Every time we...
Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Tiny Mike Talks. I know it's been a while. It's been about 3 years, almost 3 years since the last episode, but I figured it was the perfect time to bring this back because so much has happened in 3 years. I mean, I've graduated, I've done a couple internships, just some crazy stuff has happened. So I thought, why not bring it back now? And then also include the people that helped me on this journey to success and bring them on with me. So today I have a treat for you. I have a real treat. I've known this guy for about 2.5 years, maybe. I mean, we met, that semester when the pandemic happened, and we've kind of been talking ever since. I like to say he's my tall imaginary friend. He doesn't seem real sometimes, so that's why I say he's an imaginary friend. But you may know him, you may not know him, but you're going to know him today. But I would love to introduce you all to Mr. Payton Dunbar. Welcome to the show.
Ooh, Tiny Mike Talks. That was the best and worst intro I've ever gotten, so thank you for that.
Okay. You're unlike it today, though, because
yeah.
It's going to be a good show today.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, we got this fancy setup. I'm in my dad's office. You're in no one knows probably your room, and we've got a tiny mic.
And we got a tiny mic, right?
We do have a tiny mic.
So before the show, you were like, as we were talking, you were like, where's your tiny mic? So I had to dig through my bag to get this tiny mic.
Yeah, I feel like I need a tiny mic, but I mean, I've got this. This is kind of small. So we're gonna make it do what it do.
The gaming headset.
I do play video games with this headset. I was gonna grab my snowball mic, but the one of the legs broke off, so I can't stand it up and just talk and look cool. I would have to. Yeah. So and that's not the type of microphone that you want to just hold. So I was like, all right, let me grab my headset.
We'll make that investment later down the line. Like, I got to get a new tiny mic anyway, so it's no problem.
Yeah, you do.
yeah. But, so, Payton.
Yeah.
Let's introduce yourself to the audience and, let them know about yourself and how you got your start in filmmaking.
Absolutely. My name is Payton Dunbar. I am a graduate of Bowie State University with a a degree in visual communication, digital media arts, which is just a whole bunch of different art mediums combined together. I started off doing graphic design mainly, and I was like, graphic design is cool, like it's paying the bills. But once I got into my junior semester, I took digital cinematography, which you are well aware of, Destiny. I was like, oh, okay, like there's classes with film where I can learn about film. So I really took a liking to that class, and Professor Sherelle Williams, who is amazing at what she does, she really kind of brought something out of me where it's like, okay, like I've always grew up like watching movies and liking them, but like when we have to actually create them now, it's like a whole different like beast. Like you have an appreciation for film and the filmmakers and stuff like that. So there was a couple projects in there we did, and then I took the part 2 to that class the next semester, and I was like, okay, like before it was kind of like my dipping my toe into like directing and writing and stuff like that. But now it's like, okay, like this is what I want to do. And funny enough, like I'm talking about like doing design and stuff for like career, but my track, concentration, whatever you want to call it, is film. So I was like, in order to graduate, I have to make a film. So let me learn about filmmaking as much as I can, learn about writing. And I just kind of fell in love with it. I love being able to wear multiple hats, whether it is directing, writing, or, sometimes I have to act, not well, but I do it. And, I'm being able to like balance both. Like now, if I'm going to do a film, I don't need to go out and get an artist to do a poster. Like I can do it myself. So it's just been a lot of fun. I'm having like a good time, just on the journey.
Yeah. Yeah. And I liked what you said about wearing multiple hats, because with our, just so y'all know, we were the same major, concentration and everything. That's how I met him. But you were right with the program that we were in, and we have to do our senior showcase show where we show our short film that we shot, whether it be the course of the years or like the semester before. But you have to wear multiple hats in those types of productions, especially a student film. Like, I was the DP on my own film. I edited my own film. You write it, of course.
Yeah.
It's just so much that goes into it. And it's funny that you said that, because like I would have never guessed that it's as tedious as that. Like, of course you have a inkling of how much work goes into a production, but you never really know until you're in it. Of that.
And another thing because all of the VCDMA, like all of the different concentrations, whether it's animation, graphic design, advertising design, whatever, fine arts, with ours, what makes ours so like unique and different is, if I'm an advertising design major and I've got to make these different advertising materials and posters and whatnot, that's on me. But when you have to make the film, you have to create it, but you also rely on other people to help bring it to life. And those people aren't always on schedule with you. So it's like, all right, if some of this doesn't get done, it's not always going to be on me. Like, I had to recast my short film 3 different times to get it done. Like I had to ask for extensions. I had to, ask for makeups and stuff like that. So it was a really tough process. So I commend everyone that goes through that department and, goes through the senior show and graduation, all that. But the filmmakers especially, because like they have to rely on themselves, motivate themselves, get this work done, but also rely on other people to bring that to life. So it's not easy.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to go back to when you said you got your start in graphic design. So have you ever so when I first started following you, right, you would make your skit videos to put on like TikTok and stuff. So I wanted to know if you had did like post on YouTube before, or like do anything like remotely sort of like editing with YouTube?
I never was really big into YouTube for real. Like, I'm thinking back, because I started doing those skits on like TikTok and Instagram like during the pandemic, because I was just bored in the house, nothing to do. But that was mainly just social media. But as far as YouTube, like I would like upload a couple of videos here or there, but nothing real. I was mainly on just like Instagram and TikTok. Because
you seem like you would make those types of skits, like who is it, RDC World and all those people. You seem like you would would have made videos like that.
Honestly, I think the only reason like keeping me from doing that was if I wanted to post on YouTube, I wouldn't want to do it like alone. Like I kind of wanted like that group, whether it's like RDC or AMP or something like that. But with social media, Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that, it's just you. So it's like, okay, I could just record this quick video on my phone and get it out. But for our YouTube, I would want like a bigger production, like more of a crew and stuff like that. So I didn't have that then, but I do have that now. So I might have to look into that. Yeah.
It's funny because that's actually one of the questions, but it's coming later on. But I wanted to talk to you and ask you, like, what's your favorite film and what's your favorite genre of film?
My favorite movie of all time, and anyone who knows me super, super well knows this, my favorite movie of all time is Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, 2002 Spider-Man. I can quote that movie from the start to the finish. My dad took me to see that when I was 2. So in the theater.
Do you remember?
Absolutely. Like, no, but it was always on like in my house. Like we had on cable. So I was like, oh, this movie's great. Like, and that's how he became like my favorite superhero. No, I love Spider-Man to death. I've got the poster in my room. But my favorite genre of movies is horror movies. I think horror movies are super fun, even if they're not scary, but the scary ones that can also balance like a little bit of like comedy or silliness in the film. I feel like those are the most top tier. But I'm a sucker for a good horror movie.
Yeah, I didn't start getting into horror until like maybe like my sophomore year of college. Like people know who know me know that I don't like the Saw franchise. Like it's something about, I don't know what is the
torture.
little,
it's torture, and like the little Muppet or puppet or whatever. Jigsaw.
Yeah, what is his name?
Jigsaw.
I call him Jigsaw, but that's not his name. I don't think
that's not his name.
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was. I think it is Jigsaw.
Is it Jigsaw?
It might be. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but I think the little puppy.
I don't know.
I don't like Saw. I don't like Saw either. When it comes to like the super blood and guts and gory and the torture, I don't do it. I like the good old haunted
But
house.
it's funny because like that's not the reason why I didn't like it. It was just solely because of that doll.
Oh, okay. So you're just scary.
But I'm just scary. Yeah.
That was creepy. No getting around it.
But that is something like I tried to watch the first one, but I got distracted. I got sidetracked. So maybe I'll have to go down and because there's like more than 10 of them.
I think the 10th one just came out like last year. Yeah, I've never seen a single Saw movie, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably never gonna watch it. Like when I saw like I knew the Saw movies had been silly, but when I saw they had that one a few years ago with Chris Rock, I said, okay.
But funny enough, I watched more of that one than the first one.
That's not good.
I've seen more of it than the first one.
Don't say that out loud. That's not good.
but going back to horror, I think it's cool that you are a horror fan because I wouldn't say that like horror is my favorite, but I love psychological horror. So like
absolutely,
I love A24's
films.
So like Midsummer, The Witch, Hereditary was a big one for me.
Hereditary is one of my favorite scary ever. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that movie, like when the first time I saw it, I was like, "What am I watching?"
It's super sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the ones that really play with your mind a lot. So like psychological horror.
Yeah.
More than the blood and the guts and the jump scares here and there. I like that aspect.
I used to be
cool that you said that.
I used to be a really like my guilty pleasure because a lot of the movies in this subgenre are bad. But I used to be a really big fan of like the found footage horror movies. So like Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah.
Those are my guilty pleasure movies. Like the first couple Paranormal Activity movies are good. There's a lot that are bad, but I don't know, something like because it's just so real. Like even something like Cloverfield. This is the stuff with the camera. Like it makes
what's funny?
real, like it's there. Like that scares me.
I loved Cloverfield when it came out, and then 10 Cloverfield Lane came out.
Oh,
I loved that one too. And then they had another one where it was like they were in space. I didn't really like that one too much.
The Cloverfield Paradox, I think that's what that's called.
Cloverfield Paradox.
Yeah.
But yeah, found footage movies. I mean, I know Blair Witch really put that on the map.
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Well, yes, I've seen it. Which I could say one of the like biggest bait and switch movies I've ever seen. Like that movie was like that movie is just like I think it was great for the time what they did and really playing up in the advertising like this is real. But when you realize and you get down to it, that movie is just a bunch of darkness and screaming. Like it's like not really, But I appreciate what it did for like film stuff like that.
Yeah. But so since I've known you, I would say you've really increased like the way I guess you work within our department at VCDMA and then outside too. Which has led you to HBCU in LA. So I wanted to ask you about your experience with HBCU in LA. And if someone is watching and they don't know what that is, could you explain that to them?
Yes. So HBCU in LA is a program through ECOB, which is the Entertainment Industry College Outreach Program. And it's basically a cohort program that, you're in during the summer where you are basically set up with different opportunities as you work for major companies and networks, whether that's, Disney, Warner Brothers, NBC Universal, stuff like that. So if you are lucky enough to get into this cohort program, they will start sending your resumes out to these different companies. You might get some callbacks, set up some interviews. And if you're able to get a position with one of these companies, you will go out to Los Angeles, New York, or Atlanta for the summer and work that internship. And I got in last summer. I actually got in, they had sent out who made it into the cohort in January. Like it was on my birthday last year. So I was like, oh, this is a great birthday present. This is amazing. So basically that whole spring, I was just doing a bunch of interviews with these different companies and it was a great experience. Like I had never gotten that many interviews, like with many jobs before. Cause I worked at Giant. I used to work at Giant. So I worked at that job and some other smaller level jobs, but this is like Disney, like what am I even doing here? But it was great. Like, got my confidence up and got my ability. I feel like being able to speak, to people, professionally in a professional setting. I unfortunately didn't get a position, but I'm back in it this summer with the hopes of getting one. So I could potentially go out to one of those 3 cities again. And yeah, anyone who's attends an HBCU and they think, oh, I might not have the experience, or like, my resume doesn't look that good, just definitely apply, because it is a fantastic program that it's definitely changed my life for the better. Like, it kind of made me want to focus more and lock in on my career, my professional life. Like, people laugh at me because I tell them my favorite social media is LinkedIn, but I'm so serious. If you go on LinkedIn, you will see I'm very active I'm going to post on LinkedIn after we get off this. So yeah, definitely it's an amazing program. I urge everyone to look into it for sure.
Yeah. And from personal experience, I applied when I was a first semester freshman. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in this. I ain't have no type of resume, no experience. I had nothing. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought it was cute that I applied and I tried. But it's funny because I helped Madison with her process of, doing her entry, video.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I helped with that. And then I applied for last year too, but I didn't make it in, of course, because I'm basically a year post-grad.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a cool experience that we're able to, have that resource available to us, especially, like being at a HBCU.
Yeah, it's super dope. And it also gives like students like life-changing experiences. Like when you're, because people come from all walks of life and go into these like different HBCUs and stuff. Like, I have friends that made it out there, and it's like, bro, seeing like the small city you came from, and now like you're in Hollywood, like you're with big execs, and seeing celebrities and stuff. It's something that if you get the opportunity to do, like, work as hard as you can. And I feel like I worked really hard to try to get a position last summer, but not getting it is giving me motivation to go harder this summer. So if you have the opportunity, and anyone that's potentially watching this that's in that cohort program, I would say like definitely like work, because if you're able to go out there, like you're going to be able to set yourself up for opportunities that you never probably even dreamed of before.
Of course. And like, to your point, I mean, like, just to, like, when I first entered college, I didn't think that I would be able to have internships with the NFL or NFL films, or get into the Disney mentor program. I never thought about that. So to just be able to have that resource to us, and things are still evolving within, our Bowie state community, and then also at other HBCUs as well. So I think that's really encouraging to see that, you're able to uplift that next generation, because I'm all about bringing up the people who want to be where I am, and, higher as well. So anything that we can do to progress that and, spread the message, advocate, we're going to do it. Absolutely. So I think it's cool that you said that.
Yeah, Bowie State's definitely on the up and up, especially in the VCDMA department. That's just something I want to do. Like, when I was a senior, and like ever since we got back from COVID, I wanted to like build more of a sense of community in that department, and seeing how it was then when I first got there, seeing it now, like people help each other, like filmmakers help designers help theater majors and stuff like that. Just seeing like, okay, like we can all like get together and be friends and stuff like that. Like we can work together, we can also hang outside. It's amazing. And as an alumni, I'm gonna continue to try and help the people that are like behind me.
And it's funny that you brought that up, because that was like the next part of my question.
I can basically just see your show notes.
Yeah, I have everything just on my forehead. Yeah. But how is it collabing with, your other fellow creatives in the VCDMA department, but not also the VCDMA department, but like the fine and performing arts building in general?
Yeah,
and other majors beyond that too.
Yeah, I'm. This is the portion of the interview